I have been trying to learn how to sail. The more you're out on the water, the more efficient you become, and the more easy it is for you to learn about sailing, love it, experience it. It's really a very joyful sport.
It's a pretty unique area here in San Francisco because it was actually founded by sailors. All the sailors that came in, European sailors, this is where they set their home, and as there wasn't a route to get to the East Coast, everything came in and out through the Golden Gate, and it was all done by sailors.
So OCSC stands for Olympic Circle Sailing Club. My goal was to make sailing approachable, affordable, at the highest level. So we really get a reputation and a credit for reinventing the sport of sailing. During the summertime, we do 1- and 2-day runs. Today we're on a 1-day run straight out the gate to the Farallons Islands, 25 miles offshore. Today we have 20 people aboard, a crew of 5 professional sailors, and an opportunity to really experience a little offshore sailing. So it's a great first day run.
My crew and I were here because we love taking grade school students out onto the bay.
I do whatever needs to be done on the boat when the captain asks me to. Things like helping jibe. and when we have kids out, I help teach all the stations, and my focus is in biology and ecology.
A typical day would usually involve an educational sail with 4th through 8th grade children. And we take them out. Usually what we'll do is a 3-hour sail in the morning from 9 to 12 and a 3-hour sail in the afternoon from 1 to 4. We teach them about navigation, ecology, conservation of the bay ecosystem, and also a lot about seamanship and how to actually sail the boat.
We took some inner city kids out, and it was an overnight. I think they had spent so much time in the city that they said, they asked me a question, is that a star? And I said, of course that's a star. And they had actually been in city lights so long they hadn't seen a star before. It's pretty incredible to show someone that sort of thing from a vessel like this.
So this boat is built of steel, is really truly capable of going anywhere on Earth. We could take it to Antarctica if we wanted, or sail to Hawaii. So you have a well-built, strong, solid, Coast Guard certified vessel for that. My model is that OCSC uses it a lot for corporate and our own social work, with that money going to this vessel so that we can support the nonprofit side of it and do that. So I don't say it's a Robin Hood, but it's not that far away from making money commercially so it can support the other side of it. So it's a nice balance.
This has been a great day. I mean, beautiful weather. It was really nice to go offshore. It's really exciting to kind of test the boat and test ourselves and see how we can perform out in harsher conditions. I think we were definitely rewarded today. Beautiful Farallons Islands, and saw those whales, so yeah.
Well, the islands are impressive in and of themselves. They're extremely rugged. They don't look like friendly places.
There's this odd set of rocks in the middle of nowhere that seem almost like they don't seem attached to anything, like they drift away. But they're very ghostly and white from all the birds.
I spent a lot of time on Ocean Beach staring out at the water, wondering what it would be like to sail out here. So I got to see it from the other side, which was cool.
You just come upon them, watch the rocks just sort of appear. And then they're so desolate. I mean, they're so incongruous. It's amazing how wild it is out here, out there on the edge. And to share that with strangers is a very cool thing, very bonding kind of thing.
So at the core, there's a sailing school. People can come to learn anything from basic skills to crew, to sail a boat on the bay, sail a boat of different sizes, be certified to charter, or sail around the world. So we do all of that.
Originally I was kind of looking on the internet like, how do you go about sailing? And all the information I got was buy a boat and get on it and start sailing. And so I was like, well, I want to go sailing and not die. That's how I basically found the school, is because I want to get a good education. I want to be able to sail wherever I want and not have to worry about it.
Once you are sailing, there's so many different varieties. So there's racing, and there's cruising, and there's offshore sailing. So this is one of the key activities where inside the bay we'll take 44 people out on this boat for an afternoon or a whole day sail. Outside the gate we limit it to 20. A lot of room for everybody for the experience.
And coming out today is a way for me to enjoy the things that I never got to do.
Now that I've gotten into it, really enjoy it, and it's becoming, got the fever.
I just consider, you know, at some point sailing will be the means of transportation around the oceans again. So I'm just carrying on a long standing tradition that's not necessarily in its prime during this fossil fuel era, and to be able to pass it on to the youth, I think is the most important thing. To start them young, learning how to use the wind, learning that there is energy out there to be, you know, as we're motoring out to the Farallons, but using free energy with the wind and sailing the bay is a good way to get them started.